What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we are shining our spotlight on Brutus Beefcake Hall of Fame. I love Brutus. There's no question about it. I love Brutus. I love the fact that I got him. I can't wait to fill in these stars here to make him full 6-star. That's going to be lovely. For right now, we're going to stick with half, and half is still good enough. The first build I'm going to show you guys is the one I ran for feud. Now, this one you can run in general if you so choose. The reason I say you can run this is if you have the Chelsea plate, it does increase this drastically. By doing the full Nelson slam first, you're increasing everything by 200%. You hit the running clothesline, and that fills in the full Nelson slam again. So you hit that again, there's another 200%. So you're looking at 400% increase on your purple moves. It's glorious. Now, one thing you can do is you can increase that damage quite a bit by doing full Nelson slam, running clothesline, full Nelson slam. Hit the running clothesline again for that move damage, but not using the 4x1 area, just completely negating that out, then going for your finisher. Completely possible, a whole lot of damage in a small window of time. It does work out nicely. For me personally, I run Chelsea as my main, so I'm not going to remove her plate anytime soon. If I get a secondary one, it would go on Brutus. So what we're going to be looking at is our running clothesline is 115,000 damage, and choose a 4x1 area to swap into purple gems. For this build in particular, our full Nelson slam is not going to be used to its highest possible potential. It's only here for the damage dealt when you break them. So the full Nelson slam, we're going to do 132,543 damage and choose 4 rows to make into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, deal 80,400 damage and increase your black gem damage by 30% for 2 turns. If broken by you, deal 111,666 damage and make 4 random gems into black gems. Again, none of this is really going to apply. Basically, the full Nelson slam is only here to kind of lessen our load a little bit on damage output and fill up the whole board with trap gems. We're going to blow up the whole board with trap gems, and we're going to do as much damage as humanly possible. So that leads us into our atomic drop finisher. We're going to deal 178,666 damage and increase your purple gem damage by 120% for 1 turn. Then we're going to deal 89,000 damage and make 38 trap gems into purple gems. Now, 38 is generally 34, but we have it at 38 now because of Bryan Danielson. The reason why we do these things the way we do them is for silly, absolute reasonings, but for Flash Feud, I wanted to kind of turn one and sweep every 6-star bronze. It didn't normally lead to a sweeping on 6-star bronzes. I can't lie about that. It was generally a 2-turn on 6-star bronzes sometimes. It was 50-50. Really depended on the cascade that followed. So our trainers today, we're using Xavier, Daniel Bryan. I keep calling him Bryan Danielson, but it's Daniel Bryan in this game. Moves that generate purple gems will create 4 more purple gems. We're using NWO Hogan for matching any color gems, create 2 more move points for that color, and then Superhero Ray. This build is effective to a certain extent. Our full Nelson slam here is a 7 MP, our running clothesline is a 6. So if you ran it this way in feud, it better be on the top row, so that way all this can go. By not having it on the top row, having it on the middle or the bottom, and the bottom is a +1 purple MP, then you're going to switch out Superhero Ray for Santa Hogan for the +1. And it's just kind of the nature of the beast. If you're lucky enough to have Santa Hogan at his trainer cap or just below his trainer cap, you're still doing quite a bit of damage, but just not nearly as much. For our belt, we're going Full Fury, or Full Fury 2, I should say. So our gems are increased by 106%. Like I said, I think I said this in this video, the Chelsea plate on here would be lovely. It does trigger twice. It is worth going into, and I think I did say it on this video. Sorry, I recorded this video 3 times now, and yeah, I wasn't exactly happy across the board. Okay, so unfortunately, we're going to have to go a very less than safe route. We're going to go here, hit here. We're breaking this line here because it's the most. That kind of line does not exist all the time. So having Santa Hogan on here does help, or having NWO Hogan on here does help. Fill up the board, and then we're going to blow up the board. Generally, there's not that many trap gems left. There was. and a mild cascade will follow. And we're doing 7.7 million damage. This is the reason why this build is for 6-star bronze sweeping. During the feud, black gems were nerfed by 1,000%, so it was generally 6 mil roughly each time, so it was a 2-turn clock. But if black gems and purple gems aren't nerfed, that one does very, very well, as you saw. Now, if black gems are not nerfed and purple gems are not nerfed, I highly recommend going down this route. No, knock it off. Quit clicking things you're not supposed to be clicking. There we go. This is his ultimate route, which this is the moveset I appreciate the most. Let's see if I have it saved. I do have it saved. Beautiful. Don't have to do much here. All right, so our sleeper hold is a color submission. We're going to choose 10 gems to make into purple gems. We're going to deal, thanks to Nikki Cross, we're going to be doing 393,000 damage for 3 turns. Just shy, or a little over 1 million. Submission gems turn into trap gems that are left on the board. If broken by your opponent, deal 80,400 and increase. It's the same text here as it is for the full Nelson Slam when it comes to those traps. So essentially doing the exact same thing, both routes. What makes this one worth it is the body slam. We're going to do 119,000 and increase our black gem damage by 136% for 1 turn. That 1 turn is the critical portion, or it doesn't need to go past that portion because it's just enough to knock them out every single time first turn. Still going with the Full Fury 2 belt. We're going to go in and see what comes of it. Oh, coaches, I have Zombie Edge and Zombie Live on there. If you don't have Zombie Edge or Zombie Live, go for black gem increase, or you can go with your submission. It doesn't matter. Either way, it works. I've tried them both ways. It does work. So we're just going to fill up a board a little bit with our purple in that little section there. Get as much out of that as humanly possible. Break those down. Break some blacks. Break our other submission in the process, because why the fuck not? Now, if you choose to play around with your food a little bit, you can go and do the trap gems out. And I'm not going to do it because I've already got a line and I'm already going to do it. But you could do that and put down your submission, basically breaking across and leaving like 1 up here or something. So that way they're breaking these and charging up your black gems. Really, it's unnecessary. Maybe against a 6-star silver, that'd be a good route. But really, ultimately, it's not. You place your trap gems on a 3 break so you can let the cascades fall. And 15 million damage out the gate. Need I say more? Against a technician, they ain't getting up. Against a striker, they ain't getting up. Basically, the only ones that are going to get up is showboats and possibly other tricksters if you didn't get a good cascade. So I think that ultimately speaks for itself. That is its strongest build. The triple purple is the second strongest. And now we're going to show you the weakest build, which I'm never too happy about having to use, but it is what it is. This one does not do nearly as much damage as I wish it would. Again, we're trap gem focused here. Our big boot is going to choose. We're going to choose 6 gems to make into snowfall gems, which will modify everything and below it into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, you're going to steal 134,000 health. If broken by you, you're just going to deal 142,000 damage, which really not that bad of a trade-off in my opinion, but the damage speaks for itself. Our belly to back suplex, we're going to choose 6 gems to make into black gems, and then our running single leg high knee is going to deal 118,000 damage and choose a 4x6 area to swap into green gems. So we're going to switch off our trainers here into a way which I really wish I didn't have to do this, but we're going to do it anyhow. We'll go Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. We're going to go with Zombie Cody. And then we're going to go with Tech Luger. This is the route we choose to go down. This is the life we choose to live. I don't particularly enjoy this build. This build just doesn't impress me that much, strictly because the submission trap build just did better. It just did better. So we're going to go across that route. We're going to just line break. We're not going to do a wild card. Wild card is not a smart play here. You can if you want to. That's your prerogative, but I choose not to go with wild cards. We'll go across here. Shatter this. And we're doing 6 million damage. Is he going to get up? Is he going to get up? Not really. So this obviously can be used for quick sweeps. It can be used for if you don't have the trainers available because you don't have affiliation straps. It can still be used. So ultimately, what my perspective on this is double green, the black, and the triple purple are A tier. They're mid A tier. The submission into the trap, into the body slam is S tier. That one is the strongest build. If you can get this on the top row for a feud, and purple and black gems aren't nerfed, just solely black gems. If black gems aren't nerfed and this is on the top row, you're looking at one-shotting everybody turn 2. Quickest win possible, really. You're doing a little bit of damage, mitigating some of their stuff. They're going to swipe real quick, and then you just blow up the board, call it good. Really, that's what it comes down to. So, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and Brutus and I are going to leave you the same way I always leave you, is life can be fun. You allow it to be. See you in the next video.